many ways, the Scala is Skoda's strongest ever offering in the family hatchback sector, even though its engineering isn't strictly family hatchback based. It offers value, efficiency and more interior space than almost anything in the segment. If you're out for something sensible in this class, there's a lot to like.
So, what's this Scala like on the road? Well, other smaller cars that use its MQB A0 chassis, like the 6th generation Volkswagen Polo, have impressed us with the way that the relatively crude torsion bar damping can be tuned to provide a really supple quality of ride. This Skoda delivers that too. You can't have everything, of course. Sharper potholes catch it out, but over commoner tarmac tears and highway undulations, it flows beautifully, with at least some of the kind of big car feel that Skoda promises. Of course, it loses out to such as the Golf or the Focus in this class in terms of handling feedback. Throw this Skoda into any sort of bend with any sort of vigour, and though grip levels are admirable and the relative lack of body roll even quite surprising, there's little sense of enjoyment in the process through the light steering. Does that matter? Well, only you can decide. You'll want to know about engines. Now, almost all Scalas will be sold with the Volkswagen conglomerate's usual 3-cylinder turbo TSI petrol unit offered with either 95 or 115 PS. The perkier unit's available with the option of a DSG 7-speed auto gearbox, and in this form can deliver up to 47.1 mpg on the WLTP combined cycle and 116 grams per kilometre of NEDC rated CO2. Here we've opted to try the gutsier 1.5 litre TSI 150 PS petrol unit. Skoda also offers the minority interest option of a 1.6 litre TDI 115 PS diesel. Both these larger engines also get a DSG auto option if you want it. Adaptive damping and a sports chassis is optionally available further up the range, but as we implied earlier, if you opt for this kind of setup, you've rather missed the point of this car, which is to deliver everything you need in a family hatch, and not much that you don't. There's a place for sense and sensibility, as this Scala's keen to remind you. Give a family hatchback class car a platform designed for a smaller supermini and you'd expect it would be more cramped inside. Skoda claims to have reversed that logic here and done so with a sensibly stylish twist. It's all rather impressive. But let's start with a look at the exterior packaging, which is all rather smart for what used to be a budget brand. Headlamp detailing has become a bit of a Skoda trademark over the last few years, and these tapered units with their brand-typical crystalline elements are key to the look of the front end. The profile also emphasises Skoda's growing confidence as a mainstream brand. You might even think it rather Audi-like. So let's take a seat at the wheel, and it's certainly a step up in quality from the previous model, helped by the installation of this large freestanding centre dash screen, which, as here, will be 8 inches in size with typical mid-level trim. This smart glass frontage appendage deals effectively with the usual DAB stereo, Bluetooth phone and car informational functions, and is embellished with Skoda's SmartLink smartphone mirroring setup. More unusual, though, are the so-called Simply Clever features, little touches to make everyday life just that little bit easier. Things like the little pockets in the sides of the seats, which also have stowage areas beneath, the chilled glove box that keeps drinks and chocolate cool, and our favourite touch, this pull-out umbrella built into the driver's door, an idea borrowed from Rolls-Royce. None of which would really matter much if cabin ergonomics hadn't been spot on. But Volkswagen Group products don't tend to get that kind of thing wrong these days, and this one certainly hasn't. It's easy to get a really comfortable driving position, thanks to plenty of seat and wheel adjustment. And all-round vision is excellent, front and rear. Time to take a look in the back. Despite that supermini derived platform, the Scala outshines all its most obvious family hatch segments rivals in terms of leg and headroom. We'll finish by heading back to the tailgate. Once it's raised, you'll find yourself looking at another of this Scala's major selling points, this large 467-litre boot. Unfortunately, you won't be able to take lengthier items without disturbing rear seat passengers because there's no option for a ski hatch or a 40-20-40 seatback split. But once you flatten the 60-40 split backrest, a large 1,410 litre capacity is revealed. We always thought that this model's predecessor, the Rapid Spaceback, was an underrated car, and there's every chance the Scala will be too. But if you really don't want to pay an awful lot extra for the slush-moulded sophistication of a Golf, but want even more practicality and quite a few of the same engines, then you'll be well satisfied by what's on offer here. There are more exciting class choices to be sure, but by and large, you don't buy a family hatchback for excitement. All the reasons you would want such a thing are covered off here with typical Skoda thoroughness and with enough style and quality to make brand loyalists feel rather smug. This probably won't have been the car you started out wanting in this class, but there's just a chance that it might be the one you actually need.